What's good, trappers? What's good? Hey, I'ma just keep it real. Today is gonna be one of them days. It's gonna be one of them days, y'all. I'm keeping it real. Listen, the week was so phenomenal. That's how I'm feeling right now, man. Listen. Shout out to the guys. You know, everybody who putting in work. Shout out to the queens. Every queen that's putting in work. If you dedicated to the mission. Before we get started, if you just joining, let me say thank you. But also let me tell you, welcome home. Welcome to the trap. You dig? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of Trappin' Tuesday. First and foremost, let me say this, man. Everything that I say is solely for information and entertainment purposes only. None of what I say should you use directly. Everything that you hear me say, you should research it. Before you make an investment, make sure you do the due diligence. And if you can't do the due diligence, man, seek out a financial advisor or a fiduciary. I know one by the name of Rashad Bilal. He's part of EYL. He can take you to glory. I can only take you to the trap house. Woo! Woo! Hey, man, I'm not going to lie, man. Today, let me see something. I just want to count some money. I just want to count some money. Listen, man, this week was so phenomenal, man. Listen, I'm 40 years old, right? And as a 40-year-old trapper, right, it's not too often I can say something like, that was a dream come through. Right? It's not too often I can say those type of things, right? But man, this week, I was blessed by my guy, Peter Tuckman. He blessed me. He hopped on the phone, and he called me, and he said, hey, Trap, something phenomenal is about to happen, and it cannot happen without the Wall Street Trapper. This is why relationships is worth more than money, y'all. This is why relationships are worth more than money. My man called me. He said, Trap, something phenomenal is about to happen. And it cannot be as great as it can be without you here. So I don't care what you got going on. You need to hop on a flight, and you need to be in New York tomorrow morning. I say, better yet, I'm going to be in New York tonight. You're not going to threaten me with an opportunity and I not take full advantage of it. See, the problem is we get presented with opportunities. We let things that's going on in the moment keep us from taking advantage of the opportunity. So when somebody call you and say something phenomenal is about to happen, this is an opportunity that can change your life. This is an opportunity that can take you and your life to the next level. I don't need you to think about the stuff that could go wrong. I don't need you to think about, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. When somebody call you and tell you that, your sole purpose in life is to make room. Your sole purpose in life in that moment is to make room. You don't got time for excuses. You don't got time for I got to babysit. You don't got time for I'm not feeling good. You don't got time for I got to work tomorrow. You don't got time for none of that. Your only mindset should be I'm there. I'm taking advantage. That should be the only thing going through your mind. I ain't asking what it was. I ain't say, hey, what it is. Who all going to be there? Who all going to be there? Who coming? How much that costs? I ain't said that. I said, I'll be there tonight. Lo and behold, I caught the first thing smoking. Pew! LaGuardia Airport me, please. One time for Trap for taking action. One time for Trap. One time for Trap for taking action, man. So, now here's the thing. When presented with an opportunity in life, there's a million reasons why you logically cannot go. There's a million reasons why, logically, that isn't the thing you need to be doing at the time. It's a million reasons why. But here's what I want to tell you. Excuses only sound good to the person who's making them. Punch somebody in the stomach just now. Excuses only sound good to the person that's making them. For me, I say, let's dance. I wanted to dance. It's one of them nights, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. My spirit's been up here since then. So let me walk y'all through the process right quick. Right? Let me walk y'all through the process. So my guy called me and said, hey, man, listen. You meet me in the morning right here. We were going on the stock exchange. I said, what? The stock exchange? Boy, you lying. He said, Trap, we going on the stock exchange. We going inside. I said, inside? He said, inside. I said, my man, you talking that talk. He said, but look, Trap, I got to tell you something. I know how much you are for the people. I know how much it means for you to wear trapper attire. I said, well, Peter, it is what I represent. It is what I stand for. He said, well, Trap, you can't wear trapper attire. I said, well, all right. What can I wear? He said, look, Trap, you're a nice-looking man. No homo if you're from New York, because y'all be tripping. He said, you're a nice-looking man, right? Come dressed to impress. I said, well, Peter, I ain't putting no suit on. I'm not in the ghost mode at the moment. I'm not in James St. Patrick mode at the moment. He said, look, just give me a nice shirt, some pants, and some tennis, and some shoes. Now, don't get me wrong. In my closet, I got a bunch of shoes. Like, I got a high-quality selection of hard bottoms. But in my mind, I still had to be trapper-esque, if that makes sense. Like, I still had to be like, right? Because I know everybody walking around with their suits on. I still had to be like trapper-esque. I had to be me, right? I'm not saying I don't look good in a suit. I mean, I look pretty dapper in a suit. But I didn't feel like I didn't want to go to Wallstreet with a suit on. I still wanted to be Big Trap, right? So I get to the spot, I get to the place. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous. That's right, your boy Trap was kind of nervous. I was kind of nervous. Because I said, I'm about to go on Wall Street. God diggity damn. God damn. They done let the trapper in the trap. God damn. I said, wait till my homie see this. Wait till the homie see this right here. So, I called Peter that morning. I said, Peter, I'm here, my guy. I'm ready to rock, baby. Peter said, Trap, did you remember no trapper attire? I said, Peter, I got you. Send him a selfie. Look at me now. I look good. So, get to Wall Street. I see Peter. Peter looks at me. Peter said, Trap. I say, Peter. He said, my man. I say, my man. And we hug. I said, ooh, this shit might be for real. They might truly let the trapper in the goddamn trap. Let me in the trap. All right, move forward. So, we go, boom, we walk up. Peter said, Trap, my man. I said, Peter, my man. He said, my man. I said, my man. One more time, I did that. We did that again. One more exchange. I see, we walk to the gate. As we walk into the gate, I said, wait, I gotta make sure I don't got nothing on me. Make sure we good. I don't want to get him no reason not to let me in. So the man walk up. Peter say, Trap, you good? I say, I'm good, Peter. He said, look, we all right. Peter walks up. He said, this is my man Trap. Let my man in. You ain't got, I say, whoa, Peter got power. I say, Peter got power. Man said, this is my man Trap. Let him in. Don't worry about it. He with me. I said, whoa, Peter. I would do that if you came to my hood. If you came to my hood, Peter, that's what I would do. This is my man Peter. He good. His name on mine. My OG called Cud. Let him ride. They gonna let you ride. Peter, I appreciate you for that. So we walk through. Boom. Walk through the thing. I'm like, man, this can't be real. Right? So I stopped for a second. I stopped. I look around. Dude said, hey, Peter, how you doing? He said, hey, what's up, my man? This is my man Trap. Don't worry about him. Let him in. He with me. I said, whoa, he did it again. That's 2 times. That means your card is certified and your card is stamped. You can only do that 2 times if your card good. Only 2 times if your card good. Peter's card was good. So we walked through that. The man said, hey, how you doing, brother? Your name Wallstreet Trapper. I said, my name Wallstreet Trapper. How did you know? He said, because Peter told me. I said, God damn. One more time for Peter, y'all. Let's. Then Peter said, you good, Trapper? I said, you sure I'm good, Peter? He said, forget about it. I said, oh, you think you in the mob. You think you a gangster, Pete? He said, forget about it. I said, forget about it? He said, forget about it. I said, God damn. That was real good. So we walk up to the thing. Boom. As we walk up, I'm walking up the steps. The steps say New York Stock Exchange. I say, Peter, hold up for a minute. I got to catch my breath. He said, catch your breath. I said, hey, this is a dream come true, Pete. I'm not going to lie. I grabbed Pete and I hugged him. He said, oh, Trap, he almost took my breath. I said, hey, bro, I just want you to know you just did something real good for me, bro. This is going to be one of the moments of my life I won't forget. So we walked up a little bit further, walked up the steps. Boom, as we walk up the steps, I heard something go, ah. Yo, you ever be like it was in a movie. As I'm walking, everything just slowed down. And when it slowed down, I just took a second to take it all in. Now, there's only been 2 moments in my life when that happened to me. When my daughter was born and when I was released from prison. I'm keeping it real. It was 2 moments in my life when that happened to me. It was when my daughter was born and I was released from prison. I stopped and I looked around. I said, God damn. They done let the trapper in the trap. Now, mind you, if everybody don't know, people think the name of my business is Wallstreet Trapper. Maybe you think the name of my business is From the Trap to Wall Street. But the name of my business is From the Trap to Wall Street. Let's sit down for a minute and let that sink in. The name of my business is From the Trap to Wall Street. That's the name of my business. That is the name of my business. So in this moment, I'm having a full circle moment. Full circle right here. In this moment, as I'm standing in the New York Stock Exchange, as I'm looking around, Peter talking to me, but at this time while Peter talking to me, I hear him talking, but it's the Charlie Brown talk. You know, like, wah, 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 wah. That's all I'm hearing right now. No disrespect, but Peter, this is my moment. Peter, I love you to death, but this is my moment. I hear you talking to me, but this right here, Peter, is my moment. So I'm sitting down, and I'm remembering me. Watch this, y'all. I'm remembering me, 2018, saying, from the trap to Wall Street Trapper. I'm looking at myself with an air mattress in the room. It's real talk, y'all. I'm looking at myself with an air mattress in the room. I'm looking at myself with an air mattress and a whiteboard. And on a whiteboard, I tell myself this message. Instagram, Wall Street Trapper, YouTube, podcast, TV show, group, newspaper, book, course, Wall Street. In parentheses on a whiteboard, I got Wall Street. Full circle moment. I'm on Wall Street as a brother who went to prison at 16 years old. As a brother who watched his mama get shot when I was 9. As a brother who was homeless at 15, 14, and then 16. I'm sorry. As a brother who's been shot before. As a brother who sold drugs in the community before. As a brother who, during his 10 years in prison, was stabbed. I stabbed somebody. As a brother who was in a cell, and I saw my cellmate get set on fire. As a brother who, some of those nights, I cried. I'm being real. I cried because I was scared. At 16, y'all, I was scared. At 17, y'all, I was scared. At 18, y'all, I was scared. There's this book I read in prison called Man, Child in the Promised Land. And that book represented me. It represented a scared little boy, but on the outside, I had to be hard as hell. But in the inside, I just wanted somebody to love me. In the inside, I just wanted my life to have purpose. In the inside, I didn't want to die in jail. In the inside, I walked around in a knife because I said if one day one of these dudes try to rape me, I will die or kill one of them before I go home like that. In the inside, y'all, I didn't know what I was coming home to. When I came home from prison, y'all, my auntie told me to come live with her, and 3 weeks later, she put me out. Not because I did nothing wrong, but because she felt like it was me, it was her, and it was my little cousin, and she felt some kind of weight in that moment, and I don't judge her. She realized that it had been her and her daughter for all these years. She didn't feel right with a man in the house, and I wasn't mad at her. So she put me out. She put me out. But I had my cousin Pepper. I called him, I said, cuz, man, Nipsey just put me out. I don't got nowhere to go. All I had was my bag I came home from prison with. I was working at the Golden Corral in Baton Rouge on Sherwood Forest. My cousin came, got me that night, 12 o'clock, and brought me to my auntie house. My cousin G right now is working on the camera. My auntie, my great aunt, I live with them. I slept on that goddamn sofa. And it wasn't the first time. And I went to school, Baton Rouge Community College. I took fast track welding, but then I started selling X pills. I started selling weed again. My car broke down on me. I got in an accident. I didn't want to have no car in Baton Rouge, so I moved back to New Orleans where I knew how to get around that. I got back in the trenches. I went move with a female. I started hustling. I bought my first Cadillac, and because I wasn't dependent on her no more, she put me out. I slept in my Cadillac truck for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Real talk, y'all. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. No lie, no bullshit. I'm that guy. From there, I started hustling again, and I got shit popping. Because it's what I knew. It's what my mama taught me. It was what I knew. I ain't proud of it, but it's what I knew. And I got shit popping. And in 2 years, everything I had saved, my dough got kicked in again. And I was back in the same goddamn situation. This time, 10 pounds of weed, $10,000, a 223, a 40 with a clip and a beam, 100 X pills. I'm that guy. It cost me $60,000 in total to get out of that. Ask John T. Fuller. That's my brother now, my lawyer at the time. Got all the evidence looking dead at me. Everything looking dead at me. I say, bro, I ain't copping. I already gave him 10 years. I said, they're going to have to give it to me this time. I say, bro, they're going to have to give it to me this time. I'm dead ass wrong, but they're going to have to give it to me this time. I can't give them 10 no more. I only been home 2 years, bro. They got to give it to me this time. He said, well, Free, I'm going to tell you this. I don't cob out. I go to trial. I said, well, a trial it is. Suit up, baby. Suit up, baby. Only been home 2 years. Suit up, baby. Got found out guilty on food of a poisonous tree. They kicked the door in with no search warrant, no affidavit. God is good. I sat in the courtroom and I watched that lady say, Mr. Howard is a trained street assassin. Mr. Howard has already been to prison at the age of 16 for attempted murder and armed robbery. Mr. Howard has a 223. This is an assault rifle with a 40 caliber. And I remember picking a gun up, and it had a beam on it. And I remember pointing it at the jewelry, and I remember the jewelry flinching. She said, now imagine if I had the gun loaded and you couldn't flinch because Mr. Howard had the red dot on you. And he was intended. I would never forget those words. I looked at my lawyer. I said, she tripping. He said, don't say nothing. I'm not going to lie. In that moment, I thought it was over for me. I said, man, I can't beat these people, man. But I stood firm, and I said, God, if you get me out of this situation, man, I promise I'm going to do right. And we got found out guilty. And we got found out guilty. Because my lawyer told me something that was important. He said, it never matters what the people see. It's all about who can tell the best story. It's all about who can tell the best story. And from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, they were in their house with no search warrant. We don't know what happened in that time. I'm telling you, I'm that guy. I'm telling you that I'm that guy who started doing ironwork, who started working in power plants, who started building stadiums. But I still resorted back to the streets because it was what I knew. And I went back to living with my same auntie because I was working out in Baton Rouge. And then I had a daughter. And that's when my life changed. Because I knew when I had a daughter, she didn't deserve the version of me that still was playing in the streets. And let me tell you why she didn't deserve that version of me. Because I grew up without a father. And to be honest with you, I love my mother, but I grew up without a mother. I was raised by the wolves, and all they know is eat. Now, I'm not saying I was the Big Meech of New Orleans. I'm not saying I was a natural born killer or none of that crazy stuff. I'm saying I was a young black man in the city of New Orleans, and I just was trying to survive. I was just a lion in the jungle, in a safari, trying to survive. I made a little money, I lost a little money, but none of it was worth my life. But at the time, that was all I figured that I had to leverage was my life and my freedom. I didn't have a skill that I could really depend on. And so I remember when I was in prison and I learned about investing and I learned about the stock market. I remember in 2014 when me and my homie was hitting a lick and the dude put the gun on my head and my homie come behind the dude and my homie said, listen, bro, I can't stop you from killing my homie. But I promise you, if you shoot him, it's going to be 3 dead people right here and one of us going to walk away and it's going to be me. Thank you, God. Because that man put the gun down. And at that moment, I told my homie, I'm done. And I remember 2018, fast forward, when I told my same cousin G, who behind the camera, I said, cuz, they got this app called Robinhood. I had already been on TD Ameritrade for a couple years. But I knew I couldn't teach him that. I said, cuz, they got an app called Robinhood, bro. You can get on that and start making some money. And I remember my cousin like, what? And I remember telling my cousin how to work the app, how to use it. He said, cuz, this shit different. You mean I can make money without having to work for it? Because he was a crane operator at the time. I said, yeah, cuz. And I remember telling my cousin this. I said, cuz, if I can teach the community what I'm teaching you, and they had the same enthusiasm, bro, we gonna change the goddamn world. And my cuz looked at me, he said, cuz, this is some powerful shit right here. And every day while he was on Robinhood, he would call me, cuz, I made $50. Cuz, I made $100. Cuz, I made $200. Goddamn, cuz, I lost that shit. Cuz, I made $50. Cuz, I made $100. Goddamn, cuz, I lost that shit. But it was the excitement and it was the joy that my cousin had. I said, cuz, we gonna change the world. I said, cuz, we going to Wallstreet with this one. And if they let us in, cuz, it's 2018, y'all. Fast forward 2022. We've been putting in the work. We've been grinding. It ain't been pretty. It's been ugly. It's been pretty. It's been painful. I done cried. I done rejoiced. I done wished I'd start over, but I kept on goddamn going. In 2022, we got a phone call that said, bro, come down here. This cannot happen without you. Somebody right now listening to this, and you think about giving up. Somebody listening to this, and they feel like all the work they doing, you ain't reaping the rewards that you think you want. You ain't moving as fast as you think you should be moving. I want you to know that you got to get out the driver's seat. You got to let God control this thing. Now listen, I don't know what your religious beliefs is. I don't know what your higher power beliefs is. But when it comes to Wall Street Trapper, God has showed me time and time and time and time and time again that he got me. And every time I try to do it my way, I always take 5 steps backwards. Every time I try to do it my way, I get overwhelmed. Every time I do it my way, the devil take control. But every time I let the God that I serve, I let the higher power that I serve, I let the person who gave me the purpose, I let the person who gave me the assignment, I let the being who gave me life, every time I let that person serve and take control, man, some stuff happened for me I ain't never thought could happen, man. How the hell you get on the Ellen Show, Trap? How the hell you get on the Breakfast Club, Trap? How the hell you not get on Wall Street, Trap? You ain't got no PR. You ain't got no talent agency. All you got is God. That's all you got, bro. That's all you got. That's all I need, though. That's all I need, though. It's kind of like having on the Facebook metaverse glasses. Right? I can see what nobody else see. But I'm moving through life and everybody think I'm crazy. I'm moving through life and everybody thinking, what the hell Trap doing? What is he doing? But it's because you can't see what I see. It's my vision, not yours. It's your vision, not mine. It's your vision, not theirs. They ain't supposed to see what you see. Stop trying to make them see what you see. It ain't for them to see it. It's only for them to feel it. I'm going to say that again. It ain't for them to see. It's only for them to feel it. Woo! Hey, God damn! I'm on fire, yo! Hey, right now, man, like and subscribe to the channel. Man, we on fire right now, man. We on fire right now, man. I want to say something right quick. I want to get into this right quick, right before we move forward, man. Yo, I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling so lifted. I'm feeling so inspired. I want to tell everybody, welcome home. Hey, we do this like nobody else, man. I appreciate you, Queen, for the super chat. Thank you for that. We do this like nobody else. I want to ask you a question right quick before we get started with Trappin' Tuesdays, man. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and remember that every Thursday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time that the audio comes out. Remember that every Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern, the audio comes out on all streaming platforms. Do me a favor, man. Subscribe it. Like it, review it, share it, leave a comment. We definitely won't go get that #1 spot in due time. We won't get it overnight, but I need all y'all support, and I need all y'all help to help me do that. I'm going to come here each and every day, every Tuesday, and I'm going to deliver, and I'm going to pour, and I'm going to pour, and I hope that's pouring, and I hope it helps you build. I hope it helps your family. I helps you change your mindset. I hope it helps you conquer and tear down some beliefs and help to renew some new ones. And all I ask is that you like and subscribe to this channel, and then push that to somebody, yo. We need 1 million trappers in the street, man. And make sure you tell everybody to get on this page. So listen, I want to ask you a question right quick, man. Your values hold more weight in your life than you know. The things that you fight for every day, the beliefs that you fight for every day, those are the things that you value. What does your value system consist of? Question. Is it time for you to reevaluate your value system? Is it time for you to reevaluate your value system? Your values are not only the things that you believe in. Your values choose your friends. Your values dictate your future. Your values determine how you spend your time. Your values indirectly impregnate your life's journey. I want to ask you a question. What have your current values helped you achieve? I want you to write that down. What have your current values helped you achieve? What have your current values held you back from? Let's go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper. What have your current values anchored you to? And is that anchor causing you to drown? your value system. Appreciate the super chat, beloved. Thank you so much. You dig? Let's move forward, man. Listen, whoo! We having a hell of a day today, man. And we just getting started, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Word on the Street, man. You already know, man, Word on the Street is where we get the information at first. You already know how the streets go, man. You already know. If you're from the old school, you remember the yellow pages, right? Or the white pages, right? And you will go to that like, yo, what's popping? You feel me? Word on the street, man. Let's talk about it right quick, man. So listen, the Dow Jones is down 1.1%. Now listen, the thing about that is this, y'all. The biggest lagger for the Dow Jones today was Ford. It's down 12%. Right now, I'm not going to lie. I am 100% not a fan of Ford. If you know me, you know that was one of my worst investments early on in the game, right? And Ford came out with some news, and they're saying that production will be down. Now, usually Ford has about 65 days of inventory in stock, right? Supply chain issues now have limited that down to about 32 days of inventory. Now, that's not good. But also, they have some cars right now, they have 30% of inventory that they have right now are 80% done. But they're missing a few things. They're missing like a windshield wiper. Or a button to make the windshield, to unlock the doors. Or like a rug, right? So they can't put it out because it's incomplete. But you know how black people operate, right? You don't read none of the instructions. You just put the thing together and you wonder why I got these leftover screws? Because you ain't read the instructions. The screws go somewhere. And you wonder, like, yo, why I got these leftover pieces? Bruh, you ain't read the instructions. I got this. How you going to tell me? I done put 10 of these things together. Bro, this your first time. Stop. When last time you put one together? Man, I put my little... When, bro? When did you put it together? Tell me. Tell me when you put it together. Am I lying? When you put it together, dog. Man, I did like 10 of these things. When? Show me. Where the picture at? Right? So Ford, right? They can't put the cars out because they're missing a few things, right? So that's going to be bad. So Ford is down 12% right now. It's all good, man. But one of the biggest leaders on the Dow was Expedia. Now, check this out. Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is down 0.95%. Now, I ain't gonna lie, at the end of the day, the stocks were down heavy, but at the end of the day, we had a little rally. We had a nice little rally that went on. Right, but remember, that's gonna happen. Anytime we got more sellers in the market than buyers, that's what's kind of moving the market. And to be honest with you, we are really in a frantic right now. Right, we in a frantic mode right now, simply because the Fed about to talk tomorrow, and y'all know every time Jerome get on the podium, we are going to, it is the Fed's responsibility to deal with pricing power and consumer demand, and it is the Fed. Jerome, tell me, is your raising rate says you ain't, man? Is your raising rate says you're not, man? Yo, my spirits is high today. You feel me? So, man, Jerome will get on that tomorrow, man, and we don't know if he's going to do 75%. We don't know if he's going to do 0.75%, or we don't know if he's going to do 50%. We don't know what he's going to do tomorrow. So I personally think he's going to do about 75, because he got to make this thing tight. He got to make this thing tight. You know what I'm saying? Tight. You know what I'm saying? So, Nasdaq, man, Align Technology was the big lagger today. Down 4%. Now, here it is. I'm going to keep it 100. Let me say this first and foremost. I own that stock, so now I'm not going to be biased. Right? I got to just keep it 100 with y'all at all times. Right? I'm not going to be biased. But Align Technology, that's the people making Invisalign. If you don't know, that's the people that make Invisalign. Right? They make the Invisalign. Right? Their direct competitor is probably like Smile Bright. Right? So they down 4%. But I own this company. I think I own about 300 shares of this company. I like the business. It is getting beat up right now. Yes, the Wall Street Trapper do own some stock that's down right now, y'all. For the people who be like, Trap, like, I'm down right now. Bro, listen, I'm down on some too right now. That's okay. It's part of the game. Listen, let me let you know something right quick. Every stock that you own is not going to be always up. You're not going to have a portfolio that consists of everything just through the moon. The only way that happens is if you buy stocks today and you buy them at a great price today and you look at them in 3 to 5 years from now, they're supposed to be up. Right? But it happens, bro. It happens, queen. It's part of the game. Right? That's why we buy great companies. That's why we invest in them. Great companies, that's why we get them at a discounted price. Why? Because when you buy stocks at a discounted price and then you average into them when they go down with specific entry points to average down in, in time, that's how you get the 10 baggers. That's how you buy Chipotle at $4.25 and then it goes up to $1,900 and you sitting back like, bad. That's how you buy Crown Strike at 52 and then you're looking at it at 200 or something. You like, bad. It's okay. It's okay. All right, so the leader of the Nasdaq actually was, Big Apple. Apple did something great today too, man. Apple, Tim Cook be on some bully ball. Tim Cook got the best finesse in the game, Right? Tim Cook has the best finesse in the game. He comes across as like this cool, he got a little swag, but he's a mixture between square and swag all at the same time, right? But he ruthless. He ruthless. Today, Tim Cook went on the prices on everything in the App Store. Tim Cook said, hey, price goes up. And then he said, if you don't want it here, leave. Leave. I don't care. Leave. Guess what you're not going to do? Leave. You're going to complain, but guess what you're not going to do? Leave. So, man, the S&P is down 1.13%. Guess who the biggest lagger was today, man? CarMax. CarMax. Get your CarMax. Did you do your CarMax? Did you get your CarMax? You buy that car, just get your CarMax. Right? 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 Did you get your CarMax? Y'all like when I get your CarMax? All right, man. So definitely saw CarMax down. It's 4%, man. S&P down 13%, man. It's cool though, man. I want everybody to know, man. Don't panic. It's okay. It's part of the game, man. It's all right. But what I will say is this, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I will tell you this. Like, if you invest in all of the companies that the stock market promotes, so I'm not saying that it's wrong to have Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Google. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, if those 5 stocks are the heaviest 5 stocks you have in your portfolio getting his ass whooped. Here's the trick, and let me tell you why. Because those are the 5 stocks that the biggest investors in the world are in. And so when they scared, your portfolio going to represent their feelings. Right? When they scared, your portfolio going to represent their feelings. And if you're messing with somebody who always high profile, when something happened in the market where they always high profile at, what you think going to happen to you? They always high profile. And so because they big and they in the biggest company in market cap companies in America, when the big dogs and the big girls pull their money out of there, guess what your portfolio going to do? It's going to drag. It's going to drag. It's going to drag. It's going to happen. Right? So I'm not telling you not to invest in the best companies in America, but what I'm saying is when the best companies in America are dragging, don't be mad when your portfolio dragging. That's what I'm saying. You own NVIDIA right now. It's getting dragged. It's getting beat. Not saying it's not a great business, but it's getting beat right now. It's getting dragged. So, all I'm telling you is, if you own those companies, don't be scared when your portfolio is down. Understand that you bought those companies because they are the best companies in America right now, and they're taking a beating right now because the big dogs are on the sideline right now. They're skeptical about those right now. But in 2 years, on the other side of this, they'll be all right. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Stop trying to leave this company right here to go invest in this company right now because this company popping, and you won't leave this company to go to this company right now because this company popping. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's okay. Now, I will say this. If you're a trapper, you know how to research. You know how to find fundamentally sound companies. You know when to buy in, so you're not buying every dip because that dip ain't dipping when you run out of chip. God damn, I said that good. If you're a trapper, right? If you're a trapper, you know how to find great companies and you know how to buy the right dip. Because you can't buy every dip because every dip ain't dipping when you run out of chip. Jose, make sure you get that bar right there. Your dip ain't dipping when you run out of chip. All right, man, let's go, man. Let's move on to the next segment, man. So right here, man, we're going to go into this. I want y'all to understand something too, man. Just I want to give you an idea of, like, how the global markets look right here, right? Let me say something right quick. Shout out to my team. I want to say something right quick, man. Let me shout out everybody on my team before I go a little further, right? Shout out to my graphic crew. They be on, like, in the chat, like, these graphics be phenomenal, right? Like, I just get them the idea, and they be running, right? Shout out to my graphic crew. Like, in the chat, I want you to say, like, yo, Trap, these graphics do be hitting hard, right? Let's just keep it real right quick. Like, nobody else has this type of production when it comes to talking to you about stocks. When it comes to talking to you about finance. Nobody ain't putting this much energy and effort in production. All right, so I just want to shout my team out right quick because I want them to know they appreciate it. And if you in the chat right now, I just want you to put some fire or put the trap house in the scale up to just let my team know that they appreciate it because they believe in the vision. Right? So shout out to my graphic crew, man. They be putting some dope graphics up. I just give them an idea. They go crazy. Another thing, shout out to my research team. Right? I do have a full research team. I give them ideas. I tell them the things that I'm looking for, and they all in. I shoot them stuff. Hey, yo, I'm looking at this. 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 And they come through. Shout out to the research team. Shout out to the production team. Right? Today! Everybody knows Tootie. Tootie's a goddamn superstar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tootie in the back, man, because Tootie making sure everything running. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the team, Dave, Isaac in Columbia. So if you was on my live earlier, we didn't get to see the brown shoes today. So if we missing a little bit flavor, it's because Isaac ain't here. He in Columbia. I told him come back with that pack. Stop playing. Stop playing. That's what it is. I'm about to get my dog hacked up. My dog about to get hacked up. You hear me? Shout out to my cousin G, man. Cuz moved from out of state, man, to come here and just believe in the vision. He on the camera. He in the back. He making sure it run. And last but not least, man, when you see the images, when you see stuff, when you see the stuff going on the page, on the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now page, when you see stuff going on the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now YouTube, when you see the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now podcast, audio, shout out to Jose. So I want to just take a second, yo, to always salute my team. I want to let my team know that this don't happen without them. I just know how to show up and be great. But what I don't do is I don't let them outwork me. I'm going to keep it 100. I don't let their ass outwork me because I don't need nobody telling me, I be doing this, Trappin, you be chilling. You feel me? But they be working their butt off. Everybody that's on the team, everybody that make this show happen, I want to tell my whole team that we grow, not because it's just what Trap do, but we grow because of what every last one of y'all do. From the pictures, from the lighting, to the staging, to the sound effects, to my microphone, to my gear, to me getting on their butt when something ain't right. Nobody be saying, man, I'm about to quit. I ain't doing this. And everybody believe in the vision. So I just want to take a minute, man, to tell my team, I appreciate y'all. And I don't do this. I ain't nothing without y'all. And so for the trappers, I want y'all to know that we go hard because we want y'all to know that nobody else, no other show, no other segment, no other YouTube, no other network gonna give you this high quality. I promise that. And I put that on everything I love. All right, man, so listen, man, I want to get into a little moment called, I want y'all to just look at the global market check. Like, I want you to see this. And if you see somebody doing it, you know they copying me. Let me just put that out there right quick. If you see somebody doing it, you know they copying me. But imitation is the best form of flattery. All right, so let's go into something. I want you to look at this global market check, right? This global, I want you to understand, like, the dynamic of the whole entire market, right? So all of America is down except for Mexico. All of Americas are down except for Mexico. Now that made me think, like, damn, like what they doing in Mexico like that? You know what I'm saying? Mexico is up 0.62%. Now check this out, right? All of EMA is down except for South Africa. Except for South Africa is up 0.25%. Shout out to my people in South Africa, man. Shout out to my people in South Africa, man, right? All of the Asia Pacific is up except Singapore. So Singapore is down minus 0.19%. But check this out. Singapore is one of the only countries in the world that has zero debt. Singapore is one of the only countries in the world, it is the only country in the world, I think, that has zero debt. And the Singapore airport, or should I say Singaporean? The Singaporean, maybe the right word to say, airport is probably, they say, one of the most prolific airports in the world. Australia's is up 1.2%. Shout out to Dave and them. China, 0.2% today. Hong Kong, plus 1.08% today. Japan and New Zealand. So I just want to give you an idea of a global market check that happened today. Just to give you an idea, of what's going on, right? So just, it's all on me. I always want you to have a bigger vision. I want you, like, my goal as a trapper is not to just show you one aspect. Now, I don't want you to be like an economist or nothing, but in order to be great at this game, I'm going to be honest with you, y'all. Like, you got to know how to just see everything. You got to know how to see the whole board, right? It's like when you playing chess, right? If you playing chess and you just looking at the move in front of you, then the dude going to whoop your butt or the female going to whoop your butt. But if you can look at the whole board and say, all right, cool, I don't got to know all this, but I just know how to maneuver. I just know how to maneuver. So that's all I want you to do, man. Let's move on, man. Let's move a little further. Let's move to the next segment, man. This next part is called the heat check. And you know what I like to do, man, when I look at the heat check, man, I want you to see it, right? So this is why the market isn't so bad today. So we had a last-minute rally, right? We had a last-minute rally today. The market was down bad. I'm not going to lie. My prediction is that the market will reach 3,200. I think the S&P will reach 3,200 between now and next summer. I think it'll incrementally fall. I think we'll have some highs and we'll have some lows. We'll have some rallies because that's part of bear market rallies. We covered that, I think, in episode 2 or 3, right? Bear market rallies happen, but I think, I could be wrong, but looking at some of the technicals, I'm not a technical king, I'm a fundamentalist, but looking at the technicals, looking at them, I'm seeing different things that's happening. I'm looking at real estate. The real estate in America. I'm looking at the real estate in China. We'll talk about that China and American connection moving forward. We'll talk about that a little bit today. Looking at that, looking at the job markets, looking at how the Fed has to consistently keep tightening. So what does that mean? Quantitative tightening, right? Quantitative easing. So what has to happen is QT means they have to keep increasing interest rates. They have to keep grinding. So right now the Fed fund rate, So we talking right now. Yo, I'm talking right now. I'm teaching. God damn, yo. So let's talk about this right quick. So the Fed fund rate is the rate at which banks, commercial banks, loan access money to each other, right, overnight, right? Not the money that they loan to us, but it's the money that they loan to each other. That rate right now is about 2.5%, right? So that's bank to bank. I'm a big dog, you a big dog. I'm giving excess money to you to handle your business. Right? It's the Fed fund rate, right? So I'm giving you money to take care of some business, but I'm going to give it to you at this point. Okay, all my trappers, I'm going to give you this for this many points on the package. Hold up. Jose. Right? So it's essentially saying, yo, I need you to make a quick flip, but I'm going to give it to you for this many points on the pack, meaning I'm going to give it to you for this, but it costs you this much. If I give it for you for 10, I'm going to give it for you for 10, but I'm putting 2.5 points on the 10. Y'all with me on that? Jose, chop that up, baby. Chop that up. So, check it out, man. So the Fed fund rate is about 2.5% right now. That needs to come up to about they need to come up to about 4%. So they need to go up about 4%. They need to come up to about 4%, 4.5%. So that means the Fed has to crank. They got to stop putting money out. They got to slow that down. Now, here's what happens. Here's what happens when that happens, right? What happens is, as the Fed cranks, watch this, y'all. I'm about to show y'all how this pain, because Jerome Powell said something in the last meeting. He said, this will be painful. Dave, go back to that other slide. Yep, stay there. The Fed said that this will be painful, and we will use all the tools in the financial toolbox. That's what he said. So who does it get painful for, though? It doesn't get painful for the people at the top. It get painful for the people at the bottom. It get painful for the people in the middle class. I'm going to be real. I don't even think there's such thing as a middle class, but that's a whole other story for a whole other time. But what happens? Everything gets expensive. Food gets expensive. Gas gets expensive. Mind you, gas today went down to $84 a barrel. Mind you, it was at $100. It's down to $84 a barrel, right? But food gets expensive. Gas gets expensive. Credit card lending gets expensive. Everything gets expensive. Who does that hurt? That hurts the person that goes to work every day. That's maybe living check to check. That's maybe living 2 checks ahead. So let me say something right quick, right? Wealthy people live generation to generation. Rich people live from year to year. Poor people live from check to check. All right, maybe that went over some people's head. Poor people live from check to check. Rich people live from year to year. Wealthy people live from generation to generation. So if you already live in generation to generation, then what happens in between doesn't really matter. So I want you to think on a big scale right now. I want you to think big. I want you to think big. So if you're thinking from generation to generation, what happens in the middle, the process, don't really matter that much. If you're thinking from year to year, it doesn't matter. It's not as significant as if you're living from check to check. So as you can see, the top of the food chain, it doesn't hurt that much. But the people that's living check to check, the people that's figuring it out, you, me, us, it hurt us. It hurt us. We feel it. We feel it. The ones who making a sacrifice to send their children to a certain kind of school, you gonna feel it. The ones who making a certain sacrifice to send your child on that field trip, you gonna feel it. The one who making a certain sacrifice when something come up out of nowhere, You like, damn, I ain't had it. My cousin just had to go see his mom back home. That came up out of nowhere. You gonna feel that. Your children come home, Mom and Daddy, I want to go on a field trip. You like, God damn. But you won't see them smile, so you gonna feel it. The one who come inside, turn that light off, turn that light off, turn that light off, turn these lights off in my goddamn house. You gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. We gonna feel it. The people at the top don't feel it. So when they say it's gonna get painful, when they say they're gonna use all the tools in the toolbox, brace yourself. Because we don't go from 2.5% to 4% easy. That take another 3 or 4 rate hikes. So I just want you to understand, we gonna feel it. I ain't no, listen, this, I don't want nobody to ever think, I don't care what I got going on, yo, I ain't better than nobody, yo. Because until I freed everybody, I'm still in the mix. I'm still in the mix. Because here's what happens when you become successful at a certain point in your life. Your people may not be counting your money, but they know in tough situations, they need you to help them out. And sometimes we do is we extend ourselves till we can't extend ourselves no more. And you're like, it ain't that I don't want, I'm tight. It's tight. Because you still got to think, all right, I got to help us. For my people, I got to help us. So all the successful people you know, that's why I'm telling y'all, we going to feel it. Because we ain't 6 generations ahead yet. We ain't 4 generations ahead yet. We 1 generation ahead. I promise you that ain't enough. I promise you that ain't enough. I promise you that ain't enough. Sam Walton ain't gonna feel it. They 6 generations ahead. They got 6 people on the Forbes list. People that's worth 9 figures ain't gonna feel it. Ain't gonna feel it. If you worth 7 figures, you ain't 7 generations ahead, yo. You 1 generation ahead, fam. We still feel it. If you live in a paycheck to paycheck, you gonna feel it. I ain't old money, yo. I'm new money. I'm keeping it real. I'm new money. My family still look to me for help, for guidance, and for information. I'm gonna feel it. All right, man, let me go. So we get into the heat check, man. So, man, this one moves the market, man. So today we had 1,374,999 calls came in. So what that tells me is, I'm going to be real, what that kind of tells me is that people are feeling a little bullish about tomorrow. Right, we had 738,733 puts come in, which gave us a total of something like 2.1 million total calls and puts. Now, anytime we have more calls and puts, the put-to-call ratio is 0.88%, which means people are a little what? Bullish. Right? Anytime it goes 1 or over, that means it gets to bearish. Right? Anything 1.5 or more, you know we heavy. We heavy. So that's our version of heat check, man. Let's go, man. Let's move forward, man. Let's get into this next segment, man, which is going to be real dope. I just want y'all to understand what's going on right here. This is how the 10 industries perform, man. We got consumer discretionary, consumer staples, energy. So consumer discretionary and consumer staples actually was plus today. This was good because today we had all 11 sectors down. I'm telling you, y'all, we had a end of the market rally. I'm telling y'all, so I won't be surprised tomorrow. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I won't be surprised if tomorrow is a green day before Jerome talk. Before Jerome talk. Because after Jerome talk, man, I don't be knowing what Jerome be having going on, bro. But this is how we performed today, man. We got the financial sector was actually minus today. The health sector was down today. Industrials was down. Materials was down. Real estate, materials was up. Industrials was up. I like industrials. I'm not going to lie. That's your Fastenals. That's your Grangers. That's your United Rentals. I like that because those sectors still have to grind no matter what the economy is going through. So I'm not mad at healthcare. I'm not mad at the industrial sector at all. So let's go, man. Moving forward to this next segment, man. What I want to show you is like how China's fall affects the world. But before I get into that, I want you to know something, man. Today was the launch of Wired for Wealth. It was the first time I did it, man, like we broke a record. We never had 65,000. Nobody in the financial industry can say that they ever had 65,000 signups for an event. It was a 4-day event I did, man. It was catastrophic. I'm doing it again October the 6th, but I'm doing it for 1 day. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. Well, it do cost you something. It costs you time, which is your most expensive asset. It costs you work. You got to be able to put the work in for these 90 minutes, right? And it costs dedication because once I give you the information, I need you to be able to apply it, right? And I'm doing it because I understand right now the fear that's in people, right? It's easy to hear me on here. It's easy to look at me on the gram and hear me. And when you hear me, you're like, yep, I'm rocking with Trap. We rocking, I feel it, Trap. But when I get off Instagram and when you don't see me, you like, damn. Trap, go live. Please go live, Trap. I need you to build my confidence up right quick, Trap. Trap, I need you to go live right quick. I need you, Trap. Trap, that's why my DMs before. Trap, what would you do? Trap, what would you do? Trap, what would you do? Well, what Trap would do was be at Wired for Wealth on October the 6th. It's going to be at 8 o'clock. Click the link. It's in the description. Come to it. It's free. It's free, right? And what I want to do is I've realized that I got to start being more present. Right? I got to start being more present because I realize that people really and truly look for me in these type of situations, right? So there's traders, there's swing traders, there's leap option traders. I do leap options, and now I've been into the cover calls. That's been really working out for me pretty good. But I'm 90% fundamental, strong, long-term investor. That's what I do because when you look at a chart of a company that's good over the long term, it just gives us crazy returns. And for me, that's what I want to teach. That's what I love teaching. Nobody going to break up. If you notice, on Instagram, on any chart, there's nobody that really gets into the fundamentals like me. No shots at nobody. No, I'm not like that. I'm for everybody. But nobody gets into the fundamentals because this the ugly work. This the inner gym. My shoulders hurt. Keep punching. My shoulders hurt. Keep jabbing. I'm tired. Keep working. That's me. That's me. This the work nobody don't like to do. It's the work nobody don't like to do. It's the ugly way, but it's the proven way. It's the proven method. You feel what I'm saying? So I love the fundamentals. I love it. So definitely, man, get in there. Check out that Wired for Wealth, man. It's going to be 90 days. It's going to be free. The link is in the description. Sign up. It's October the 6th, so you're going to see me promoting. If you see it on Instagram, you see it on YouTube, just sign up. And I want you to do something. Tell all your people sign up. The one thing I love is when people tell people about me. I'm from the old school, so I feel like word of mouth is the best advertising. Yes, we run the ads. Yes, we do text messages. Yes, we do emails. But the best mouth is somebody who's already experienced Wall Street Trapper, and you tell somebody else how dope it is. So do me a favor. You know how I get down, man. Y'all know I ain't no gimmick. If you ever learn something from me, you know one thing. I'm A1. That thing stamp. Listen, you can take the trapper out the trap, but you can't take the trapper out the trap. Hold on, how they go? You can take the trapper out the trap, but you can't take the trap out the trap. There we go. Gee, I got it. Don't laugh. It's all good. I got it. You can take the trapper out the trap, but you can't take the trap out the trapper. God damn, I'm on the day. All right, man. So listen, let's talk about this, man. How China's fall affects America. So first of all, let's talk about this right quick. The Chinese yuan is down 9.5% compared to the U.S. dollar. Now, the U.S. dollar is strengthening. Now, here's the thing, y'all. As the U.S. dollar strengthens, it actually is a punch in the face to all the other currencies. Why? Because the United States saying, yo, we not printing money, we tightening. We trying to get some of that money off the block. So what that does is, so listen, it makes other dollars. If they don't tighten, it makes it shrink to them, right? It makes their dollar get weaker. A strong American dollar is not what everybody else wants. I'm not going to lie. That's why we talked about the dollar index last week. I need you to go back to last week's episode and see how we broke down the dollar index. I be really taking y'all on a journey. I don't know if y'all be coming with me, man. If you be coming with me, say I'm coming with you, Trappin a check. If you be coming with me, then I don't want to say that like that. I don't want to say that like that. I don't want to say that like that. Right? Because people in New York be tripping. They be like, pause, no homo trap. Right? If you are on a journey with me, there we go. Like if you're on a journey with me, right? That's better, right? I got my teeth cleaned today, y'all, so that's why I'm smiling. Right? I got my teeth cleaned today. I refuse to get the other teeth. I'm going to stick to these teeth. All right, man. All right, man. So if you're on a journey with me, say, Trap, I'm on a journey with you, right? Because I be really giving y'all some game, and you got to like just, all you got to do is listen and write down and then put the pieces to the puzzle, man. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. The Chinese yuan is down 9.5% compared to the dollar. The yen for Japan is down 5%, and the euro is down 15%. Now, we know that in the dollar index, the euro makes up the most. So as the United States tighten rates for inflation, they are really wreaking havoc on the rest of the world currencies. Because, check this out, China and the U.S. are really closely connected in so many ways. And so I'm going to be real with you, like, it's crazy how, you ever had, like, a cousin that it's your cousin, you don't really like your cousin, but when you're not around them, like you miss them, but then when y'all around each other, y'all always fighting. Y'all feel that? Like is it just me? Like y'all competitive? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all competitive, but when you're not around me, like, bro, I miss you, yeah, dog. Like I gotta, or when you don't see him in a while because y'all doing y'all thing, but then when y'all see each other, like, yeah, what's up? But 5 minutes of being around each other, y'all ready to square up, like, where was that? Bro, like, stop playing with me. I'll punch you down. That's how me and G is, yeah. I'll be around that, I'll be missing that dude, yeah. But I get by, I'll be like, dog, I'll punch you down, yeah. I'll be like, bro, I'm older than you, yeah. That's how we get down. But that's China and the U.S., yo. Like, they don't like each other, but they need each other. But they need each other. Right? They're so closely connected. Right? So let me walk you through this journey right quick. Man, if you trapping, say you trapping, man. If you trapping with me tonight, say we trapping. Like, if this, we own Tuesdays, man. God damn it. We own Tuesdays. Tuesdays is mine, man. You know what I'm saying? We own Tuesdays, man. You know what I'm saying? Big trap. We own Tuesdays, man. Right? So check this out, man. China owns $981 billion in U.S. debt. China owns $981 billion. That means, so what happens is the U.S. has bonds. China is the #1 buyer of U.S. bonds. So the reason why China buys the bonds is because they are an export-led country. All right, watch this, y'all. I'm going to give you 2 seconds. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to go get a paper and a pen to write this down. First of all, every time you see me on, you should have a paper and a pen because the trap attire is required. Let's just put that out there. You being disrespectful to what we got going on if you ain't got your paper and your pen right now. But I'm going to give you 2 seconds right quick, 5 seconds right quick. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Time up. Check it out. Write this down. So, China owns $981 billion in U.S. debt. So what that is that's bonds, right? So the U.S. puts out bonds, right? Go to usdebtclock.org. You will see that America is $30 trillion in the hole, right? There's no way possible if you or me owed anybody $30, they don't want to lend me no money. Right? I don't know about y'all, maybe Jose or somebody, right? Right? But if my bank account in the red, they not gonna let me borrow nothing. Mr. Howard, you need to come take care of this bill ASAP. Yet alone, let me keep drawing off a negative account. You ain't gonna let me keep drawing. I wanna know why they don't let me keep drawing off a negative account. If my account get red, I wonder if I can borrow 30 trillion. I'm gonna be like, bro, you let him borrow 30 trillion. Why I can't? At least let me get a mil. What are we doing? What are we doing? You feel it? That old favoritism ass stuff, yeah? So check it out. Right? So check it out. So China owns $981 billion in U.S. debt. So they mean they buy bonds from America. Now, here's the thing. Those bonds got to be, they can cash out on those bonds. So when they cash out on those bonds, we got to pay them that money. But check this out. China is what's called, so every economy has something that they're known for. So China is the world's #1 manufacturer. So China is known for manufacturing and agriculture. That's what they're known for, right? Manufacturing and agriculture, right? They're an export-led country, meaning they are the go-to when you want to get something made. How do we know that? Because everybody in the country go to China to get it done cheaper. So China is like the Walmart of the world. Watch me here. Walk with me. I'm about to take you on a journey. Walk with me. I'm about to take you on a journey. What Walmart said? Walmart said, I'm the low-price leader. Target don't say we the low-price leader. Target says, yo, we're going to give you quality. We're going to give you the Jack and Jill brand. All right, we're going to give you quality goods. It's not going to be the cheapest, but it's going to be quality. Walmart said, I don't care. I want you to wear it one time. You come back, you wear it again. You come back, you get another one. You wash it one time. I ain't tell you it's going to be the best. I just said I'm going to give you something to put on. You wash it one time, it's 2 sizes smaller than what you was when you bought it. The food ain't the freshest. But they never told you that. They never told you that. They told you we're a low-price leader. That's what China said. China said, listen, we are the world's #1 manufacturer. I salute them for that. I salute them because you got to find your niche and stick to it. You got to find your niche and double down on it. Listen, nobody will out-manufacture me. That's what China said. Nobody. They're the world's #1 manufacturer. So not only the manufacturer, but agriculture. That is what drives the economy. That is what drives the economy in China. Right? That's what drives the economy. Right? So it's an export-led economy. The more they can manufacture and export, the more jobs they can create. The more jobs they can create, the more the economy can grow. Right? It's a hub. They thrive in the export economy. Right? So shipping more goods around the world than any other country, their main 2 manufacturers is what? Economic area. Now the U.S., watch this. Watch how we double down. The U.S. is a consumer-driven economy. So the American economy thrives off us spending money. Ooh. Jose, I'm teaching, bro. Golly, I'm teaching, man. Listen, George, you learning? We teaching right now, man. Right? So America is a consumer-based economy. So the consumerism of America is what drives the economy. Right? The more money we spend, and think about it, the more money we spend, the more economy drops. That's why the CPI index, consumer price index, this is why when that ain't good, they say, hey, we got an issue right here. Why we got an issue? Because people ain't spending money. What? Yeah, the people not spending money. Because the people not spending money, that means we got an issue. We got to find a way. We got to figure. That's why, listen, this is what drop. Ooh, I be trapping. Hey, when it comes to talking that talk, I promise you, yo, like I really live this. I really live this. Right, so check it out. The U.S. economy is driven by consumer spending. Now, manufacturing only makes up 12% of what drives the economy in the U.S. Right? Finances, insurance, real estate, leasing is what makes up it's 20%, right? The market in America. So we just got to understand that component, right? So let's go, man. I don't care. We running. We running. Let's go, man. You feel? This is going to be one of them episodes. I'm in my bag right now. I'm in my bag right now, right? Let's go, man. So let's talk about something right now, man. We're going to talk about, listen to me, y'all. Are dividend companies the savior? Are dividend companies, shout out to my dog, Tootie, man. Tootie said, trap. Tootie said, Trap. That's just me running. I don't care. This is mine. I don't know. We'll talk about that another time. Let's go, you heard me? Tootie, you doing your job, bro. I love you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've been knowing Tootie since the 7th grade. It's a live show. I can tell you what's going on. I love Tootie. Tootie said, Trap. Tootie, we on this. Tootie might turn the TV up on me. So, check it out, man. So, our dividend company is the savior of America. I want to ask something. On average, dividend stocks do outperform in the long term. Dividends are normally backed by stable companies with strong financials, and they have the history of giving investors strong returns in the long run. They provide us with consistent payments which boost returns. And, go a little further, and they give you income in slow markets, right? So think about it like this. You ever got a whooping from your mom or your dad or your auntie or something, and you know you about to get a whooping, so what you do is you put on an extra pair of pants. You ever did that before? You put on an extra pair of pants. Like, you know what, let me put an extra pair of pants on right quick, right? So what that does is it don't stop you from getting a whooping, but it takes away some of the blow, right? That's what dividends are, right? It helps boost the returns, and it just take away some of the blow when you're in a down market. Right, so what I want to do is show you like 2 companies that are really like owning their dividend right now. BlackRock, the dividend yield is 5.52%, and Quest Diagnostics, man, the dividend yield is 2.21%. But also I want to show you this ETF right here. It is the SDY, right? It's the Spider Dividend ETF. It tracks dividend aristocrats. Right, it's companies that who've increased their dividend 20+ years. So I just want to throw that alley-oop out there to y'all. Whoop, get that, slam dunk that, do what you want to do with it. Remember, I'm not telling you to invest in nothing. I'm just telling you, give you something to look at. All right, moving forward, man. How y'all feeling tonight, man? We feeling good? It's one of them nights? Is it one of them nights or is it one of them nights? Right, so let's talk about this, man, like the streaming Big Dawgs, right? Let's talk about the streaming Big Dawgs, right? We back to streaming. Trap, why are we back to streaming? Well, because Netflix just got upgraded to outperform. Well, because they added a digital ad business to their model, right? So I don't think that that's going to give them back the 1 million subscribers that they lost. Well, 1.something million subscribers that they lost. But who am I? I don't know, right? But analysts did give it a price target of $325 from now. Right, so if it got to $325 from where it's at now, that's a 33% increase. Right, a 33% increase ain't bad. Right, it's really good, right? But it depends on how long does it take to get there. Right, now I want you to know something to be outperformed today and underperformed tomorrow. So just be mindful of that. Right, but I don't think those people are gonna come back. Now the company is expecting their advertising revenue to increase by 2025. I don't know. I don't know if that's it will drive up ads, but I don't know if it's going to bring in new consumers. So that'll bring more to the bottom line, but I don't know about the top line. But here's what I want you to look at and pay attention to. Netflix they have 220 million subscribers. Now, Disney did creep up and beat them, but I think, they wiggled around on that for a little bit. I think they're going to keep going back and forth with that. Right, Warner Brothers has 92 million, Paramount 63 million, Hulu 46 million, Peacock 28 million, Stars 26 billion, and ESPN. So I just want you to know these are the streaming big dogs right here. When we go with Disney, goes with the ESPN as well. So we just figure that out. I want us to understand and see that. Now here's what revenue said. They said it will drive their total revenue up to $42.4 billion. And they're estimated to have 282 million subscribers by 2025. If that happens, I'm not mad at it. I mean, I'm not mad at Reed Hastings. You got to do some adjusting as you go. All right, moving forward, man, upgrades. I want you to understand while we're talking about upgrades and downgrades, you'll hear that term a lot. I want you to understand something. So upgrades, right? So when you hear a company is a strong buy, has been upgraded to a buy, what that means is investors feel like that company will outperform the market or it will outperform its competitors in a certain time period. And so it tells us that the people are optimistic about it. If they're optimistic about it, that means they're going to make it a buy. Now, if it's a sell, they think that the company will underperform its competitors or its peers, and they're saying, yo, sell it. Now, if it's a hold, they're not saying it's going to overperform or underperform. They're saying this is going to be stable. And in that time period, they're saying just hold. So you'll hear upgrade, you'll hear downgrade. I want you to always listen to that. So now when you hear that, you're not lost. Like, oh, okay, I know what upgrade means. Oh, I know what downgrade means. Because people don't be knowing. And I'm the trap. Like, I want you to know this stuff. I don't want you to listen to this stuff and be like, man, what the hell are they talking about? I want you to hear it and be like, bet, got you. So I want to put that out there, man. Moving on, man. Yo, I'm trapping today, man. Tootie going to be mad at me. But I'm just in my bag. I'm in my bag. Yeah. Tootie, I'm in my bag. Yeah. Tootie, I'm in my bag. Yeah. Dave, I'm in my bag. Yeah. Well, all right, bet. My bad. Right, so let's move on, man. So listen, Amazon unveils the new electric vans that is built by Rivian. Right, they're expected to have over 100,000 vans by 2030, and they want to focus on being net zero carbon, right? So that's big, right? Now, I'm gonna lie, Amazon is taking a big L, right? Hold that L. Right now, they gotta hold that L with Rivian. But they invested, they lied, they rocking with it. I ain't mad at them. Keep going. But I want you to think about something. Since we're talking about Amazon, let's talk about Hertz today. Hertz did something big today. So Hertz cut a deal with GM with a plan to buy 175,000 electric vehicles in the next 5 years. Hertz, yo, where y'all getting all this money from? See, this is what happened when a company goes bankrupt and they file Chapter 7, not Chapter 11. The Chapter 7 allows them to just restructure their debt. And that's what they did. So not only they plan to do this, but they also made a deal last year to buy 100,000 Teslas. So 175 electric vehicles from GM, 100,000 Teslas. Now, those 175,000 cars will consist of Cadillacs, Buicks, GMs, and Chevrolets. Hertz said that they want to be fully electric by 2025. Oh, they ain't playing. I'm in my, yeah. They rocking. They transitioning. Enterprise ain't do it. They doing it. I ain't mad at it. Shout out to my graphic guy. Yo, this is good. This yellow is popping. I ain't mad at that. You did. All right, man, let's move forward, man. Let's move a little forward. Let's go, man. Right? So let's talk about this, man. Now, when you're thinking about electric cars, I just want you to show you. So people will be into the electric vehicle play. So I want you to know something. You're talking about electric vehicles. You're talking about EV manufacturing. You're talking about EV battery producers. You're talking about companies that produce charging stations and electric motors. So here's the 4 different ways you can get into the electric vehicle market. Again, electric car manufacturers, battery producers, companies that make charging stations and electric motors. Now, here's what I will say. If you don't like a manufacturer, I'm not mad at you for that. Me, I like Tesla, 100%. What I will say is EV is a thing. It's not just a phase, it's a thing. Think about companies that's trying to go zero carbon, right? I mean, they don't want no gas, none of that moving forward. At some point, EV will make up about 50% of the market share, right? And we'll get into global warming and all that, but that's a whole nother story, right? People been warning us about that for years. What they call it, the glaciers been melting faster than normal, right? But we'll get into that another time. I don't want to be that person. But here's what I will say. You don't have to necessarily invest in the manufacturers. I'm not going to lie. The battery producers and the charging stations, that may be the play, right? That may be the play. Like if you don't necessarily like the manufacturer, the producers of the battery, because the battery is expensive to make. I'm gonna lie, so let me be biased. I'm gonna let you know right now, I own Tesla. Let me say that. I own it. I own Tesla. I own a lot of Tesla, and I've been in it for a long time. And that's where I'm at. I want the big dog. So we ain't been in it about since it was like 184, 2019, right? But if you're going to be in it, you know. Now, here's what I will tell you. If you're buying like the charging station, the batteries and all, like it has to be a 3 to 5 year play. You got to look at it like that because they're gonna go through because Tesla dominates that. So you got to figure out what Tesla not doing and then figure out where you can make a good run right there, man. Let's go, man. Moving forward, man. Let's get into this next segment. I want to buy back them stocks. Buy back them stocks. I want to buy back them stocks. Buy back the stocks. I want to buy. I can't dance for shit. All right. All right, man. So listen, man. A thing that has truly been interesting to look at is share buybacks. So that's when a company buybacks the shares of itself to add value to shareholders. Not only do they add value to shareholders, but it increases the stock price. Why? Because the company is buying back shares of itself. So when a company buys back shares of itself, what it does now is increase the stock price. Why? Okay, let's talk about it. When a company goes public, they put the shares on the market in exchange for the money. Right? The company goes public, they put the shares on the market in exchange for the money. Now, when they put the shares on the market, they're not for them no more. It's for the public. Now, when a company makes the money and the company says, yo, I want to go buy some of them shares, what they're essentially doing now is taking those shares off the money and putting it in their back pocket. That makes sense to everybody? Right? So when you see a company buying back shares, they put the shares on the market, them things for the streets. They're for the streets. They're for the streets. So when they go buy them back, they go get them off the street. They're going to play cap and save them. They're going to take them off the streets. And that causes the stock price to go up. So check this out. Buybacks in Q1, quarter one, were $281 billion. Buybacks in Q2 were $220 billion, meaning they went down. But check this out. In a 12-month time span to June 22, buybacks have hit right at $1 billion. Right at $1 billion. So I want you to think about that. Could it be because Joe put the 1% tax in? Right? Taxing a little more. So we got to just see how that's going. But check this out. I won't get even further. I want to show you how I look. Shout out to the homie Rose, man. Rose! Right, so here's what I want to show you right here. I want to show you something right quick. I want to show you the biggest stocks that are buying, companies that are buying back stock. Apple buying back $24 billion in stocks. Alphabet buying back $15 billion in stocks. Microsoft buying back $8.7 billion in stocks. Facebook buying back $6.2 billion in stocks. ExxonMobil buying back $3.9 billion in stocks. These are companies that are buying back stocks, adding value to shareholders. Adding value to shareholders. So here's what I like to see. What I like to see is, I like to see a company that is increasing the dividend and buying back stock. Only if, okay, here's some trap fundamentals right here. The company buying back the dividend, buying back the stock, increasing dividend, but they got a strong balance sheet, so I know they're not buying back stock or dividend with debt. Unless we're in a low market environment, a low inflation environment, and they buying back the stocks cheap. That went over some people here right now. All right, let's go, man. Next segment, man. Here we go, man. Listen, we got a runner. He's a runner. He's a track star. He'll get away when it get hard. Right? All right, today, man, we had this company, man, SOBR. Right? Check this out. Watch this, y'all. The company was up 232% today. 232% today. Why should I tell you what it does? It's a non-invasive alcohol detection and identity verification system. The company was founded in 2004. It is the development of the sobriety checks and alcohol monitoring. That's right. These are companies when you get pulled over by the police and they say, hey, blowing it. Don't blow, y'all. Don't blow. Go ahead on, put the handcuffs on me. I ain't blowing. I refuse. I ain't blowing. I refuse. I ain't blowing. So these are the people that make the alcohol monitoring test, that's the parole officer, that all my trappers, the parole officer, the probation officer, the job security. When you got to blow, it's this company right here, SOBR. It's them right here. Blame them. Blame them. Blame them. All right, man, just want to give y'all that nugget right quick, man. You dig? I definitely want to get that to you, man. So let's get into this segment right here called Learn the Lingo. This segment right here is brought to you by none other than Trappers Anonymous. Listen, Trappers Anonymous is a community that is dedicated to helping you build up your investor confidence, helping you learn how to make great investment decisions, but most importantly, help you break down those barriers and those belief systems that keep you from moving forward. Listen, man, we're a community that is here to serve you. Our mantra inside the community is simply one thing: welcome home. That's what we live by. No matter what level you on, no matter how much experience you have, welcome home. Between doing something Monday through Friday, between doing something Saturdays and Sundays, having live groups on Sundays where we break down stocks together. Tomorrow, Trappers Anonymous, we're going to look at the God doggone Fed chair meeting tomorrow. Listen, if you want to learn, if you want to grow, if you want to truly be better at this game, come home. Shout out to my people in Trappers Anonymous. If you're in the chat, say we trapping. You dig, right? So this segment here of Learning Lingo is when we talk to you about what's going on in the market. And I give you an idea of what the company is, what the name is that they're saying, so we can break down the jargon. The reason why you really aren't good at investing is because you don't understand the language. One, which is why we have Trapping Tuesdays. Two, which is why we have Breaking Down the Lingo, Learning the Lingo. So today's term is the yield. What is a yield? Right? So the definition of it is it's earnings generated and realized on an investment over a particular time frame. I'm pretty sure you're like, yo, what the hell is that, Trap? So here's what it is. Here's what it is. Like, Trap, what the hell that is? You ain't help me no better than I could have read that in the dictionary, Trap. What the hell is that, Trap? All right, so here's the yield, right? So a yield includes, so it's the interest earned or dividends you receive from a particular investment, right? So if a stock goes up, but not in a one-day time span. It's always based annually. So what is a stock or what is an investment returned through dividends, yield, or capital, right, over a one-year time span or a certain year time span, right? What is that in a percentage? What is the percentage that has returned to me in a certain amount of time? Does that make sense? Right, so if a stock has returned a certain amount of money in 1 year, what is the yield on that? And the yield is always represented by a percent. That's all it is, right? So if the stock return, you'll always hear this stock return 10% yield annually. So that means over the last 10 years, it is give you a 10% yield. So it give you a 10% return, including dividends, including interest earned, including increase. That's what the yield is. So when you hear them say, the yield on this company is 10%, you're like, what the hell is that? That's what it is. That means it returned this much, including interest, including capital increase, including dividends, if it pays dividends. This is the company has returned overall. Does that make sense? Learning the lingo, man. It's simple, man. We make the game simple for you. I want you to hear the stuff and be like, oh, that's what it is. I got it. Trapper told me that. Right? From now on, when you're watching CNBC and you're watching CNN or you're watching Bloomberg, when they say something, I want you to hit me on Instagram. I want you to tag it and say, Trapper told me on Trapping Tuesdays. Can I get you to say yeah to that? Can I get you to say yeah to that? Can I get we trapping on that? Right? If you listen to this on all you in the car, when you hear that say, we trapping. If you're in the chat right now, I want you to say, we trapping. Right? That's how I know. I can see you. I can see you. Right? So I want you to promise you're going to do that to me, right? When you're looking at something and they say something, you get it and they catch, boom, I heard Trap say it. I know what it means. I'm about to repost it. I'm going to repost you and say, we trapping. I learned it from Trap on Trapping Tuesdays. 100%, man. Let's go, man. So this is one of my favorite segments right now. It's called Certified Wall Street Trapper. This segment is brought to you by Wire for Wealth. This is one of my most successful endeavors ever. This is when I feed the culture for free, no question asked, and we dig in. You learning what you need to learn so you can be prepared for this type of market, right? So this segment is brought to you by Wire for Wealth. I want you to be Wire for Wealth. Wire for Wealth means I want you to be programmed for wealth. Wire for Wealth means I want you to be able to understand how to build wealth. Wire for Wealth means I want you to go in, take the old software out that was confused, take the old belief systems out that didn't feel like you can do it, take the old belief systems out that thought it was your fault. Why you did? I want you to take those beliefs out, and we're going to reprogram you. We're going to put new software in. So dedicate for that wife. Again, I want this to be the biggest roundtable meeting ever amongst us. It's for free, 90 minutes. We're going to go crazy. My only investment that I ask you to make is bring pen, bring pad, bring Trapper attire, and give me 90 minutes of your time. If you do that, I'm going to do the rest. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Chapter. Let's go. Man, so certified Wallstreet Chapter this week is none other than, this is one of my favorite guys because he's not talked about. His name is James Mott Drew. That is a handsome fella. That's a handsome black man. He got the side part going. He got the glasses on. I see you, my guy. I see you, my guy. You might be light-skinned. All right, so check it out, man. James Mott was first black man to own a bus line, right? So born to a slave father, James Mott Drew, father bought some land after he was freed from emancipation. Not long after that, James and his brothers had that entrepreneur spirit. They had that ownership spirit. This is why it's important for us as trappers, first-generation millionaires, first-generation wealth builders. This is why it's important for us to build wealth so we can normalize with our kids so they can take on that spirit. All right, y'all see how that's called a crescendo. You bring it down, go up. That's called crescendo. I learned that when I was in the band. All right, check this out. Right, so James later on, early in his years, he bought a bus. That one bus turned to 6. He took the profits from that bus line. He was the first African-American male to own a bus line. He turned that one bus to 6 buses. He wound up having a fleet. He used profits from that and invested in the stock market. He later on sold his whole fleet to a bigger company. He took half of those profits, put it in the stock market. The other half, he started other businesses. One of them was an ice house. Here's what he did. The market was about to crash in 1929. He sold out of everything. He benefited. He took profits of $250,000. So he was in the stock market. He saw the market about to crash. He said, you know what? This is about to be real bad. He took his profits out. From that $250,000, which is now, today's money would be $3.5 million, he purchased a Negro team, a Negro baseball team. He purchased a Negro baseball team. And then he started multiple other businesses. Shout out to the brother James Mott Drew. He is our certified trapper of the week. The reason why certified trappers of the week is important to me because I like not to just highlight, like, I ain't saying it wrong, but just white investors. I want to highlight males. You know, I want to highlight females from all different race, colors, and creeds. But I also want to highlight some important black men and women who are important to our culture, who weren't just slaves, who were business owners, who was millionaires, who went against the grain, because we need to know about them. And that's what certified Wallstreet Trapper is. Shout out to James Mott Drew, man. Let's go, man. What our next segment is, let's move on. Let's move forward, man. I love it. I like the energy. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Right? Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you tell somebody about this, man. Yo, listen, we are only 7 episodes in, and we got forever to go. We are 7 episodes in, and we got forever to go. Right? So this episode, this segment right here is called Breaking Down a Brick. This is what the triple bean for. This is the baking soda for. And if you didn't know what they're here for, you must be new here. Right? So this week's Breaking Down a Brick is none other than the Big O. That's right. The Big O, Realty Income. They are known as the Dividend Company. Correction. They're known as the monthly dividend company. Listen, there are only 117 stocks that pay a monthly dividend. And O Realty is the OG of them all, right? The cash flow from this company comes from 11,400 real estate properties. To date, they have declared 627 monthly dividend payouts. Jeez, that's consistency right there. I can't wait till I have 627 shows. Shit. Dave Ramsey, I'm coming for you. The trap was coming for you. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So, man, listen, man, 627 consecutive months. That's a 53-year time span with an increase 117 times consecutive. Here's what I want you to understand. Here's some of their top 20 clients. Walgreens make up 4% of their portfolio. Dollar General makes up 3.9% of their portfolio. Dollar Tree makes up 3.5% of their portfolio. LA Fitness makes up 2% of their portfolio. Walmart and Sam's makes up their portfolio. Home Depot makes up some of their portfolio. Tractor Supply makes up some of their portfolio. What do I mean by makes up some of their portfolio? That means these people don't own. Listen, Walmart is not in the business of building a Walmart. They're in the business of saying, hey, you, I need you to build me a Walmart. I'm going to pay the rent to you for 20 years. Let's lock in. Home Depot is not in the business of building a Home Depot. Home Depot say, hey, Realty, where you got a warehouse at? I need a location. They say, yo, we got a location here, 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 and here. They're going to go to the board. They're going to say, hey, they got a location here, 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 and here. The Home Depot going to say, hey, yo, where is the best traffic at? Okay, now we're going to talk like a trapper. Where is the most traffic at? These locations. They're going to bring somebody in. They're going to say, hey, yo, this got traffic, that got traffic, but this is where the most traffic at. Hey, how much you going to charge them for that? I'm going to charge you this much for it. They're going to do what's called triple net lease. What is triple net lease, Trap? That means I give you the building, you pay me the rent, but you cover all the overhead. I'm not responsible for nothing. That's triple net lease. I'm give you the building, you're responsible for everything. Everything inside, you're responsible for. That's right. The dope part about them is they have a 96% renewal rate. That means they lock in for 20 years, and once the people lock in, they come back. Yeah. That's what you call supreme clientele. Listen, here's the one I like the best. Red Lobster. They got the Red Lobster. So these people they rent from Realty, right? They rent from Realty. They pay rent to Realty, and then Realty takes that money out. And now because they're a REIT, they're a real estate investment trust, they have to pay us, the people who own it. I actually own this company, so I'm not being biased. They have to pay us 95% of the money they make. 95% of the money they make. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of down on that right now. When you buy REITs like this, here's the catch to this. When you buy companies like this, you're not buying them to see the stock price run up and down. You're buying them because of the dividend. It is 100% a cash flow playing company. Here's what I want you to understand. The compound annual growth is 15%. So this company normally is compounds at a 15% rate. Right, the dividend is usually increased by 4.4% a year, right? 267 months of consecutive dividend increases, dividends being paid, and 100 consecutive quarterly increases. Shout out to Big O, man. And here's we go. When we look at their portfolio, 10.5% of their portfolio consists of grocery stores. Convenience stores make up 9.2%. The dollar stores make up 6-point-some%. Drug stores make up 6.3%. And then the list goes on. Restaurants, home improvements, healthcare, general merchandise, and automotive stocks. Listen, the list goes on. This is what you call a plug. Right? They are the plug, right? So Walmart is the plug. Realty is the connect. See, because the connect, the plug goes to the connect. So the plug got to go into something, right? The plug got to go into something. So it's to connect the plug and then you, right? So that's how that goes. Get it? All right. Next, man, moving forward, man. Listen, man. Y'all know by far this is my favorite part of this show. It is called the Wealth Track. I always say it, man, that rappers like KRS-One, rappers like Queen Latifah, rappers like Public Enemy, Wu-Tang, they didn't run out of raps, man. They didn't run out of raps. What happens was toxic rap music just took over. And I used that in a way because, it groomed me. I'm not even going to lie to you. Between watching my mama and watching Minister Society, I learned how to cook crack. Just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. Then once I heard, Mr. Ice Cream Man, I heard when I first started back in 1989, I wasn't moving keys, I was barely moving dimes. Started coming up, fiends recognized my face. I was hanging under law so I wouldn't catch a case. You want a free base, I got them hovers for your ass. A boulder on your pipe and you gonna catch it. Jose, you don't know nothing about that, man. Come on, man. Pocket full of stone, Pimp C, man. Come on, man, stop playing. Your boy been out here now. Don't play. Don't play. You feel me? But that type of music influenced us, man. And again, we talked about Reaganomics. I'm going to dig back into that because that's a big bag that we got to go back into. Shout out to everybody because y'all loved that episode about Reaganomics, right? And so I'm going to always give y'all what y'all want. So we're going to dig back into that, right? So, but hip-hop is a music that has cultivated us. And what happens was people saw there was more money. And I'm going to be real with you, like the powers that be, Instagram, movies. I just talked about this the other day. I don't mean to ramble, but I just talked about this the other day. Halle Berry had some of the most amazing roles ever. Losing Isaiah was my favorite role that this woman ever played in. How she don't get an Oscar for that? But guess what she got an Oscar for? Monster Ball, having sex with a white man. Denzel. Bruh, between Glory and that John Q, bro, how you don't get an Oscar for them two roles? Glory and John Q, bro, hands down. He get an Oscar for being a dope dealer. He get an Oscar for being a dope dealer. This is why I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say something right quick. This is why I was mad at Will, because he finally, a black man, finally got an Oscar for playing a dope-ass role. And that role, that day will get overshadowed by, the slap. Now, I'm not going to put my opinion on right or wrong. I'm just saying that day you had a black man who actually put the Oscars together. Will Pat. Actually, he orchestrated that. So you got a black man orchestrating it. Now that I think about it, bro, I think that shit wasn't right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Now that I think about it, hey, bro, that is, hey. The light bulb just went off in my goddamn head. I got my hand on my hips. That means it's important. I got my hand on my hips, and I got that little, hey. If you listen to the audio when this come out, it ain't nothing wrong with the audio. I'm just thinking. Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. That ain't right, bruh. It just dawned on me. A black man was in control of that production. A black man was in production of the Oscars that night. And on that night will forever be remembered as the slap. The same night that a black man got an Oscar for playing a positive role. Boy, that's cold. Bruh. I need to play something right quick. What Uncle Ice at? Is this Uncle Ice?
And I'm a kid.
Oh, that ain't it.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money.
The reason why I played that because Ice was conniving and he was sneaky. And that was a conniving, sneaky move. That just dawned on me just now, bruh. Boy, that's... Anyway, I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. That hurt my heart. Anyway, man. So the Well Connect is about me shining light on rappers, on artists that truly dominated, that gave us game. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let y'all get involved. Right? I want you to email this email. wallstreettrapping@gmail.com. Only email this email if you find a rap song that talks about wealth. Right? I'm gonna let y'all get in on like pushing. This is big, y'all. And we do this as a group, we do this as a community. Like cause some of y'all be on some good rap. Right? All y'all don't be on the book. So when you hit that, I'm gonna come up. So email that, don't email that email. I'm gonna come up with an email next week for an email that y'all can email to send raps to that, lyrics that have positive and they talking about wealth. We're gonna build this together. I'm gonna let y'all get involved with that. How y'all feel about that? Y'all like that? Y'all like that? Don't email that email because y'all gonna bombard that email with stuff and that ain't the one. I'm gonna give y'all an email for y'allself. And when you send me that email, I'm gonna shout you out. Next week, I'm gonna do it next week. I'm gonna give y'all an email. Please don't email the email. Please. Please don't email the email, y'all. I'm gonna give you the email next week. Yeah, that's what I thought, like, wait, please? Man, I should have never did that, bro. They're gonna email the damn email. Today! They're gonna email the email. Damn. I needed the Gucci man. Damn. Bruh, don't email the email, please. I'm asking y'all. Next week. Man, my support team about to be pissed off at me, Paul. Cuz Elise about to be like, why you did that? Why you did that? You know what I mean? You already got enough to deal with. Damn. Cuz, I'm sorry. Please, y'all, I'm asking. Like, wait till next week. I'm gonna give y'all a specific email, I promise. I got like 8 songs in the cut already. Wait till next week, y'all. Please. All right, this week, man. Yeah. Let me check my phone. Elise cursing me out already. I need a pay raise. All right, man. So check. I'm having fun, man. This is my baby, y'all. Like, I love Trappin' Tuesday. Tuesday, like, all right, man. Listen, it's my show. It's our show. Not my show. We ain't got nobody over us, Tuesday. Tuesday, we don't got nobody over us. Can't nobody put us out. That's the privilege and the honor of having your own, Tuesday. God damn it. We work together. That's why we got our own. Ain't nobody can't put us out. You feel me? Wallstreet look like us now. All right, man. Listen, man. This track here is about a great. Again, I'm gonna double back on him, Nipsey, because he talked about it all the time. And because I truly love Nip, man. Shout out to Lauren. I saw her do an interview the other day with Angie Martinez, and it was a beautiful interview. Her spirit is high. I'm so glad that she getting back to talking. I think all of us in this culture love Lauren. I think all of us love her. We empathize with her because we love Nip so much, especially for me because I truly started this journey, and one of my goals was to meet him. And I truly felt like at some point in my career, we was going to link up and we was going to work together. I feel like he was going to see what I was doing, and he was going to be like, bro, say cuz. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he was going to want to work with me. I feel like he was going to want to talk to me. I feel like I was going to have his phone number. I just feel like that. In my spirit, I felt like that because he inspired me when I was in the streets. And when I was on this journey, I felt like, bro, like, he talking it. He talking it. He get it. He understand it. And I felt like that. And I'm going to be real with you. When he got, assassinated, not only did I feel pain, but somebody coming from the streets, I felt like an OG ain't never supposed to go out like that. Not that way. Not that disrespectful. He had did too much for our culture. He had did too much for the community. He had did too much for his community. And even though death is a part of life, and I understand it, but the way he went out, the disrespectful way he went out, I was pissed off at that. That hurt my heart as somebody leaving the streets, as somebody, I was like, damn, and it really hurt me. It truly, truly, truly hurt me. For a long time, I felt it. So this is definitely dedicated to Nip. And again, Lauren, I just want you to know, man, the culture love you. We want to see you just back in your mood. We want to see you back in your bag, but it's good to see you out talking. It's good to see you out moving. It's good to see you out healing. And she said something that was real dope to me in her interview. She said, it was crazy because I looked at love a different way when I heard her say this. She said, you only get one person in this lifetime. She was like, you get that person, your person. She said, you only get that once. And once you experience it, the goal is to experience it for the rest of your life. And she said, he was my person. And she said something that was so amazing. She said, as much as we think, like, I think once they took the picture on the horse in the middle of Cali, we just felt like they had the perfect relationship. We was like, yo, that's what we want right there. That's the one, right? A gangster and Cinderella. That's what we want. That's it, right? Every dude in the street, you like, yo, like, I'm going to be real with you. If you're a dude from the street, you don't want, I'm going to keep it real, like, you don't want a woman from the street. Nothing against that, but like, if you from the street, I don't want you to, because you a real one. I won't say another word. I don't want that. I don't want my girl to be a real ninja. I want her to be my girl. My partners is my real ninjas. So when you from the street, you don't want your girl to be a real ninja. You want her to be your girl. I don't want you to understand my street logic all the time. I want you to be green. I want you to be, feminine. I don't want you to be alpha female. I want you to be feminine. I want you to take bubble baths. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be prissy sometime. I want you to be that. I want you to wear pink. I'm okay. I want you to ask me, baby, how these shoes look, and I'm be like, babe, I don't even care. They look good, cool. I'm all right. I don't want you to ask me, yo, how these Air Force Ones look, babe, chill. Right? It's just me. So when you see that, you're like, damn, that's, I felt this. So I just want the queen to know, man, we appreciate you for saying, like, yo, we wasn't perfect, but that was my person. He treated me with the highest respect. He treated, my little one with the highest respect. He treated us with the highest respect. He led as a father. He led as a man. He wasn't perfect, but he had a good heart. He had a good spirit, and he was always moving forward. He was out to inspire. And so when she said that, I was like, yo, she said, I don't want another person. I've experienced it already. I said, damn, that's deep. See, that was my person. That was my person. I don't want to experience it again. I'm good. She said, I don't want. I was like, damn, that's good. So, Queen, we love you. We appreciate you. Man, let her know I said it, man. Let her know Trap said it, man. Nothing crazy. Let's go, man. So this version of Well Track, Nipsey said, we playing a long game. We don't want the money to stop when we go. When we can't work no more, we want it to outlive us. We want it to be generational. Jose, you hear that? Jose gonna chop that one up. He gonna chop that one up. Listen, we're gonna say it again. Nip said, yo, we playing a long game. We don't want the money to stop when we go. When we can't work no more. We want it to outlive us. We want it to be generational. Yo, that's some bars. That's heavy, heavy. Everybody won't get rich quick. Nobody don't want to play the long game. Go back. Everybody won't get rich quick. Nobody want to play the long game. So he said, yo, we playing along. That means the moves I'm making right now, I don't need them moves to be into fruition tomorrow. I need them to work. I ain't planting a seed today to eat the fruit tomorrow. If it do, I'm eating the avocado. I'm eating the mango while it's still green. I'm eating the banana while it's still green. I'm eating the watermelon. Boom, boom, boom. It ain't ripe. The money ain't multiplied enough. The money ain't multiplied enough. It ain't compounded enough. My money ain't recruited enough interest. My money ain't paid me enough dividends yet. We playing a long game. We don't want the money to stop when we go. Yo, listen, we are dead longer than we're alive. People be like, wealthy people greedy. No, they ain't. They just understand one thing. I'm dead longer than I'm alive. So I got to keep making money, not for me, but for my family, so it can be generational. So when I'm gone and keep going, Nip say, when we can't work no more, we want the money to outlive us. We want the investments to outlive us. Broke people live check to check. Rich people live year to year. Wealthy people live generation to generation. Yo, I'm trying to be 5, 6 generations ahead. Listen to me, family. You're a first generation millionaire. Bro, you only got 1 generation under your belt. Mark Cuban said, yo, if you ain't worth 10 million yet, yo, you walking on eggshells. And that wasn't a shot at nobody. Sometimes the harsh truth can be real. It can be a gut punch. You make 6 figures, 7 figures. You going buy all the jewelry. You going wear designer every day, all day. You got every car you wanted. Now you really living, you a rich slave. You living check to check now. You a rich slave. Now you got to keep working to try to maintain a lifestyle. Yo, I wear travel apparel 362 days out of the year. The other 3 days, I might got to put something else on because people be like, yo, I need you to wear a little something different. Which reminds me, I got to talk to my designer because I'm going to come up with a suit and a long sleeve shirt that's going to have WST on it, and now I'm still wearing my own stuff again. He said, we want the money to outlive us. We want it to be generational. I remember when Nip died, got assassinated, and Hove, just being a god, he went to them. I don't know if it's true or not, but he went to Lauren. He tried to give us some money. She was like, no, we good. Thank you, we good. My guy left us straight. That made me smile so much. Because he practiced and he lived what he talked about. He said, Hove was like, yo, I don't know if it's true or not. It was just a speculation. But she said, nah, we good. He left us straight. He did his job. So I want you to understand that. So I'm going to say this again, man. We playing a long game. We don't want the money to stop when we go. When we can't work no more, we want it to outlive us. We want it to be generational. Bars. That's why we call her Nipsey the Great, man. We miss you, bro. We miss you, King. We love you, King. I still listen to Victory Lap. I still listen to Mailbox Money. I still listen to Slauson, Ocean Views. I'm there, bro. I love you. I miss you. And I'm still holding you in my spirit, man. Salute. All right, man, listen. We had fun today. We went through a lot of stuff. We talked about a lot. We laughed. We had fun. We maybe even cried. We took a lot of notes. Tooted Uncanny Me 3 times and hit the watch. I get it, bro. But I like to have this part that's called Wise Word from the OG. And it's the part where I just like to have a talk with us. Trapper the Trapper. You must be able to take what you learned today and build on it. Or add on to what you learned yesterday. Even if yesterday's lessons are outdated, there is an experience factor in those lessons that must be captured. Your ambition to succeed, your ambition to build wealth, and your ambition to be generational must not be greater than your work ethic. Your ambition to succeed, your ambition to build wealth, your ambition to be generational must not be greater than your work ethic. Oftentimes we go through life and we take for granted the now. We look so far ahead that we don't often appreciate what it's been through to get us to that day. And when you don't appreciate your yesterday, when you don't appreciate what you've been through, the moment you're in right now will either be overlooked or overwhelming. So let me explain that a little bit. When I talked to y'all in the beginning about my journey, and that was just certain parts of it. When I stepped on Wall Street, everything I had been through, it came full circle to me. It looked me right in the face. So even when Einstein was talking to me, in that moment, no disrespect to him, but I was just taking it all in. Because in that moment, I realized everything I had been through to get to that one point, and it made it all worth it. But it also inspired my future. See, when you appreciate what you've been through, and when you appreciate and you live in the moment, it gives so much credit and so much promise to your future. Because whether you know it or not, the choices that you make today are journeys or stepping stones on the ladder of what you'll be and where you'll be tomorrow. What I will want you to understand is this. If you don't prepare for tomorrow today, when tomorrow comes, you'll be no better off than you were today. And the worst thing about not being prepared for tomorrow is when tomorrow looks exactly like yesterday. When you don't prepare for tomorrow, and when you get to tomorrow, and it looks exactly like yesterday, in that moment, you feel like you haven't accomplished anything. In that moment, you feel like I'm wasting time. In that moment, you feel like you aren't adding value to yourself. I'm going to be real with y'all right quick. I went on my Instagram last week, man, I unfollowed everybody. I unfollowed everybody. And it wasn't because I didn't have close relationships with those people. It wasn't that some of those people weren't dear to me. But I unfollowed everybody because I wanted to take this journey and this part of my life to just focus on trap. I wanted to just focus on how I want to end the year and how I want to start the year. And being as transparent as I can be right now, I am strong, I am probably one of the most motivated people. I am probably one of the most confident people you will ever meet in your life. But sometimes, I feel like I ain't doing enough when I get on the gram and I see people who I'm cool with doing their thing. And it's not that I'm comparing myself, but I'm looking at my people like, yo, damn, they just did this. Shit, I got to do this. And it throws me off track sometimes because I'm not appreciating my moment. Because I ain't appreciating my moment. I had one of my biggest moments ever in June. One of the accomplishments that I never thought I would do. I was like, yo, I really did that in a day. Got up the next day, saw one of my homies doing something like, damn, I ain't doing enough. I'm back in my bag. I'm back on my team. Like, yo, we got my team like, yo, we just did this. And what happens is, when we don't appreciate our now, and I'm not saying it's not okay to be ambitious. I'm not saying it's not okay to be inspired, but where does the inspiration come from? Does the inspiration come from within? Or does the inspiration come from outside measures that are impacting you? And at that point, that's artificial inspiration. That ain't organic. And the one thing about Trap, man, nobody was with me when I was homeless. Nobody was with me when I was doing that 10-year bid. Nobody was with me when I gave birth to this idea. Nobody was with me when God impregnated me with this vision. And so it was for me to run my own race. So I'm telling you that same thing. It's okay to be inspired, but let it be organic. Don't be inspired because you see somebody else doing something and you feel like that's how you got to measure your success. The OGET wrote a book called You Owe You. What do you owe yourself? What do you owe yourself? It's not because you're seeing this person doing that. It's not because you're seeing this person do that. Again, it's okay to be inspired, but don't let that inspiration be the carrot in front of the horse that's keeping you and dictating you. And I realized when I look back that I had accomplished so many great things that I already won. I got pictures where I slept on a mattress, an air mattress with my daughter when she was 2 years old. I got pictures of that. And now she tell her cousins, man, my daddy got a Bentley. Now she know what it's like to have a 5-year-old birthday party where we bring Mickey Mouse to her. We changed the menu. I'm changing the dynamics of my family day by day. You changing the dynamics of your family day by day. Run your own race. And when you unfollow some people for a moment, if they feel some kind of way, that's on them, not you. When you purge your life, when you purge the group chat, when you purge the things that you're looking at and reading, and somebody feels some type of way, no, that's on them, not you. Because your true friends, they're going to understand. None of my homies were like, bro, I'm about to unfollow you because you unfollowed me. I said, hey, fam, look, this is what I did. And it was okay. I understood the emotion that's connected to the gram sometimes. Hey, bro, listen, I unfollowed you because this is what I'm doing, bro. This is what I'm doing, queen. This is what I'm doing, family. You a friend. I appreciate you. This is what I'm doing right now. They was like, oh, bad. I feel it. Shout out to David Shands. He said, bro, once I listened to the message, I realized, bro, like I might need to do the same thing, Trap. You need to start the unfollow challenge, Trap. And you don't know how your discipline, your dedication, and your determination not only propels you ahead, but it inspires others. When I talked about your core values and the things that you believe in, what are some of the things that you are fighting for that keeps you anchored to your past? What are some of the beliefs that you are defending that truly don't mean you no goddamn good? I want you to know that your ambition cannot outweigh your work ethic. To be successful, to build wealth, to be generational, you got to be dynamic, and you got to make sacrifices. Sometimes those sacrifices don't feel good. Quick story before I go. Abraham got a message from God. Abraham was deep into his hundreds when God told him, gave him a son. And then God told him, go to the mountaintop and sacrifice him. Abraham said, what? This is my boy. Why would I sacrifice him? But Abraham was obedient. He went to the mountaintop. And right before he slayed his son, God said, Abraham, there's a lamb right there. I just want you to know that your sacrifices that you're going to have to make on a journey are necessary, but they are not in vain. God will question you. He will see if what you say you want is what you really want. And I have a saying. You got to change for what you say you want, or you got to change what you say you want. One more time. You got to change for what you say you want, or you got to change what you say you want. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this with somebody. Make sure you Thursday, 5 o'clock, you check out the audio, man. I love y'all. I'm out.
Six like this straight cook, you motherfucker. Jones, Paul Wall. Six night the straight put the motherfucker up.